Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news folks, as we all know, the NFL preseason has officially wrapped up. The games might be over, but the real drama is just beginning now that teams are cutting down their rosters to the 53-man limit for the regular season. And trust me, the moves in the coming days are going to be crucial, especially for a team like the Chicago Bears, who are eager to turn the page and make a real statement in 2025. Now, while most of us focus on the big signings, draft picks, or coaching changes, there's always that sneaky little possibility of a last-minute trade, something that could shake up the entire division. And right now, a potential trade involving Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back Rachaad White has been making waves among NFL insiders and fans alike. Keep listening, because this might just be the move that elevates the Bears to a different level. Let's take a step back and look at the broader picture. The Bears have been busy this offseason, no doubt about that. They've overhauled their coaching staff, bringing in Ben Johnson, a proven offensive mind from the Lions, who is now tasked with transforming Chicago's offense into a more dynamic, unpredictable unit. They've also revamped the offensive line, adding new pieces to protect Justin Fields' better and open running lanes. The draft was filled with offensive weapons, and many fans had high hopes for the running back position, expecting the Bears to bring in some fresh talent, especially given their multiple second-round picks. But instead, what we saw was a bit of a surprise. The backfield remains somewhat crowded with DeAndre Swift, Roschon Johnson, and rookie Kyle Monangai. Now, if you're thinking about what the Bears might do next, a trade could be on the horizon, and that's where Rachaad White comes into the picture. Bleacher Report's Alex K. has floated the idea of Chicago trading for White in exchange for a fifth-round pick. At first glance, this might seem like a small move, but it actually signals a lot about where Chicago's front office might be looking. White, for those of you who aren't as familiar, has played 3 seasons in Tampa Bay. He's not a superstar, but he's proven to be a reliable player in certain areas. His biggest strengths are his pass protection and his ability to catch passes out of the backfield. Those are qualities that any team looking to diversify their offense would value. But here's the catch, and this is crucial: White's rushing ability leaves something to be desired. He's an average to below-average runner, and he's not the kind of back who will consistently break off long runs or dominate on the ground. His impact as a rusher is limited, which raises a red flag for Bears fans who are eager to see a ground game that can truly punish defenses. And that's exactly why this potential trade doesn't make a lot of sense for Chicago. The team already has Swift, who is a dynamic receiver and a versatile back. Pairing White with Swift would be redundant, almost like having 2 players with the same skill set, without adding significant value to the run game. If the Bears are going to spend draft assets or trade capital, it should be for a back who can truly elevate their rushing attack. Someone who can carry the load, who can break tackles, and who can be a consistent threat between the tackles. White doesn't fit that description. So, while it's tempting to think about adding another pass-catching back to complement Swift, the smarter move is to look for a different kind of player, maybe a power back or a bruiser, someone who can punch through defenses and set up play-action opportunities for Justin Fields. Now, let's talk about what White brings to the table, because it's not all bad. He's a player with 3 NFL seasons under his belt, and he's managed to surpass 0 yards from scrimmage twice. That's a respectable achievement, and it shows he can contribute when used correctly. He's a dependable pass protector and can be a threat in the passing game, which is a valuable trait in today's NFL where the passing attack often rules the day. But it's important to remember that the Bears are trying to build an offense that isn't just about being functional. They want explosive plays, consistent ground gains, and a running back who can be a difference maker. So, if Chicago is considering a trade, it should be for a player who can do more than White's current skill set. A back who can take the pressure off Fields, who can grind out tough yards, and who can turn short catches into big gains. White, while useful, doesn't seem to fit that profile. Instead, the Bears should keep their eyes open for other options. Maybe look for a player who might become available later in the season or even explore other positions to strengthen their overall roster. Now, thinking about the bigger picture, the NFC North is shaping up to be more competitive than ever. The Packers are rebuilding, but with Jordan Love at the helm, they could surprise some teams. The Lions are loaded with talent, and the Vikings, despite some questions, still have a solid core. The Bears, with their revamped roster, are eager to make a splash. The addition of a player like Swift already gives them a dangerous weapon in their offense, but they need that extra punch in the backfield. That's why a trade for a reliable, versatile back makes sense, but not at the expense of sacrificing their long-term success. And speaking of Swift, he's truly become a cornerstone for this team. The way he's been able to showcase his skills in the preseason has been exciting for fans. His ability to catch passes, run between the tackles, and make defenders miss is exactly what Chicago needs to diversify their offense. Swift's versatility is one of the reasons many analysts believe he's the perfect complement to whoever they add in the backfield. But again, White doesn't really add a new dimension to the running game. He's more of a safety net, a player who can step in when needed but doesn't change the entire offensive scheme. So, what's next? Well, the Bears will be watching closely as other teams cut down their rosters, looking for hidden gems or players who might become available through trade. Ryan Poles and his front office are known for being shrewd, and they're not going to make a move just for the sake of it. They want the right player, someone who fits their system and helps them reach their Super Bowl ambitions. The potential trade for Rachaad White is just one idea floating around, but it's not the only one. Chicago might wait, explore other options, or even hold onto their draft picks for future moves. Now, if White does come to Chicago, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not the game changer that some fans might hope for. His strengths are niche, and his weaknesses are glaring when you look at the bigger picture. The Bears need a running back who can punch through defenses, who can be a workhorse, and who can help them control the clock and set up their offense for success. White, at this stage of his career, is more of a role player than a star, and that's what makes this whole situation so intriguing. The Bears are on the cusp of something special, and every move they make in these final days of roster cuts and trade talks can have ripple effects that last for seasons. Will they pull the trigger on this White trade, or will they hold tight and look elsewhere? That's what we're all waiting to see. One thing's for sure, the NFC North is getting fiercer, and the Chicago Bears are determined to rise to the challenge. They're building something, and every decision, every trade, every new addition could be the piece that finally pushes them over the top. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Rachaad White would be a good fit for the Bears? Or do you believe they should focus on finding a different kind of running back? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, bear down.